Hi, I'm Lou, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do an everyday slay using affordable products. Now today we're going to start priming. As you can see, I've got a bare face. My eyebrows aren't even done. So I don't actually have any affordable products for brows. I use Benefit or ABH and I wouldn't class those as affordable. So I'm going to skip that part. I love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Okay, so I love you too. So I'm going to start by priming my face with e.l.f.'s Blurring Primer Serum, and I'm also going to use the matte Putty primer as well. Now these are actual favourites anyway, like as in I use these probably every day because they work really well, and for £10 and £8 you can't go wrong. So next what you're going to see is I'm going to apply my primer. I'm going to powder off screen only because I don't have an affordable powder, so I'm going to set all of it off screen, and then when I come back we'll be ready to do the foundation. Be right back. Okay, so my face is prepped. As you can see, there's very little shine on it now. Yeah, great. So what I'm going to do next then, to shape my eyebrows, I'm going to go in with the P. Louise base in shade 6, and I'm going to use that to shape my eyebrows and to prep my eyelids. So what I like to do is get a little bit here, and then I just, the blowing is habitual. Okay, eyebrows are done, eyelids are set, got a base on. Where's next? Okay, so next we're going to go in foundation, and for today I'm going to use NYX's Born to Glow. I'm going to mix shades Cappuccino and Mahogany. I love these. These are like £9. Come on, you can't go wrong. So yeah, we're going to mix these two, we're going to pop it on the face. Let's go. So I like to take a squirt, a tiny squirt. Now this is a really nice foundation. It's very illuminescent. It's kind of medium to full, but normally I use a lot less than that. That's too flipping much. Normally I use a lot less than that to kind of get the look that I want to get. I'm going to pull this back a little bit and then we're going to get into it. Okay, let go. And that's the foundation applied. I love this foundation. Look how luminous it looks. Do you know what? Sometimes I wonder why I bother with luminous foundations though, because I'm going to powder the shit out of it. But, okay, in all honesty, yes, I'm going to powder the crap out of it, but you do sometimes get it coming back through, which I quite like. It looks like skin, you know? But this is beautiful, and it's a fantastic match, especially when I mix them together. Look at that. £9 each, you can't go wrong. So now we're going to use concealer, and for concealer, I recently tried The Ordinary's concealers. And I love them. I really, really, really love them. So we're going to go in with these today. I've got 3 shades. So I'm going to go in first with 3.2 for the outer edges of my eye. And then I'm going to mix 3.1 and 3 for more of a highlight colour. So let's go. The only issue I have with these, because they are affordable, £4 each, £4 something each. The only issue I have with them is because they're a squeezy tube, I feel like I'm squeezing out too much. So that's something to be mindful if you're interested in them. It is a squeezy tube, and it just means that you've got to be careful how much you squeeze out. I know I'm squeezing out too much, like for instance, so I've still got a bit of foundation because obviously I poured out too much. So I'm going to do it there. If I squeeze that out, here we go. It just feels like it's more than I need. But I digress. I just thought I'd put that out there into the ether. So try not to use too much. Go in with a little, and then if you need more, go in with more. So I'm just going to get this applied and then the other colour applied, and then we'll be right back. And that's the concealer applied, as I said I would. Next, we're going to go in with my eyeshadow choice for today. And today, because I've said it so many times, I hate drugstore eyeshadow palettes, so I'm going to just swerve, and we're going to go instead just for more affordable brands. So I'm going to go for today with Colourpop's Wild Child. I ordered this recently when they had their 25% off, I think it was, so that's when I got it. It didn't take too long to get to the UK actually, so that's what she looks like outside of the packaging. And this is what the inside looks like. So this is my first time actually using it, but I got it for $10.50, which is about £8, £8.30, £8.50. So that's what she looks like. It's supposed to be black girl friendly. I do that because shouldn't have to be friendly, but whatever. But it's supposed to be black girl friendly, so we're gonna give this a go today. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one eye off camera, then I'm gonna come back and do the other eye zoomed in so you can see what I'm doing. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the look I came up with. I really like it actually. And we're gonna duplicate it. Okay, so first we're gonna go in with the color called Ground Crew, which is this warm apricot shade. Is that a right description? Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna take a little bit on the brush there. I'm gonna place it there. And just do some wind sheeper. So I love the ColourPop formula. I'm relatively new to it. I did an order recently that you're gonna see in my February hauls. And altogether, I've ordered 12 palettes from ColourPop in the last few weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how they work. But before that, I had a few bought for me at Christmas, and I love the formula. I mean, I've been hearing things about it being hit and miss, but for me personally, I've been enjoying it so far. From the ones I've tried, I've probably tried about 3 at the moment that I've quite enjoyed. So I've got that colour where I like it. So I'm trying to buy something on Amazon, so I'm just watching the timer. All right, next we're gonna go in with the shade, hard to get, oh Lord. I don't know why it has to be Animal Fiends, but there we go. We're gonna go in this color next. And I'm actually gonna turn around and use this side of my brush because I wanna pat it into place because I want it literally in the crease. I'm just gonna pat it there first, then we'll blend it out. Okay, now that I've got that where I want it, I'm just gonna gently buff it. I'm trying to keep it there as a colour. So I'm going to put down a really dark colour next, and I just need this so that the dark colour doesn't have a sharp edge. So as you can see, there, that's lovely actually. Next I'm going to go in with the shade Feisty, which is this shade here, and I'm going to pat that all over my lid. So that's going to go there. I'm trying to create a brown smoke. Just gonna pat her all over. And when I'm happy with the placement, look at that, nice. And when I'm happy with the placement, I'm just gonna blend it out. But what I'm finding with this particular shade, it is a bit patchy. So I'm doing it gently first because I don't want it to lose its position. It is a little bit patchy, like if you look towards my eye line, I'm desperately trying to keep the colour there, but it keeps kind of disappearing. So we're just going to go back and forth now on that outer edge and start to buff it higher. I will switch brushes in a sec, but I just want a bit more control. Nice. Okay, now I'm just going to buff that out a bit and take this brush here, go up and down. And now that I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to cut my crease and we can start playing with the shimmers. Yes. So my crease is cut, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go in with the shade Fierce. Fierce? Yeah, Fierce. I'm going to put that towards the front. So we're going to just pat her on. And Fierce looks like this. And I have sprayed my brush. Now, just a heads up, this has got a lot of glitter in it. So next time I do my face with this palette, I would do my face first. Okay, just gonna put a little bit more down. Spray my brush again. Perfect. Okay, next I'm going to go in with the shade Icon, which is this dark shimmer shade here, and I'm going to just take a little bit there on my finger, and I'm just going to pat in between, like so, so that we have a seamless blend. Oh, that's a nice colour. Do it again, just so we have a nice seamless blend between the colours, and so that line doesn't look so stark. In fact, I'm going to bring it in a tiny bit this way. I'm going to put the other colour back a little bit. There we go. Happy with that. Okay, I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. But I'm happy with that. It's really good. Excellent. Okay, so this is the eye look. I have also blended out my concealer, and that concealer, that concealer's fire. Right, next we need to contour. Normally I will contour at the same time, but because my concealer had been on for so long while I did, basically I screwed up this eye when I did it. I cut it, I was gonna do like a matte cut crease, but this doesn't want to do that. The two products that I used the P. Louise Acid Rain, was it blank canvas? They don't go together. And this is affordable as well. I think this retails for about a tenner. It's not very expensive, yeah. So yeah, they didn't go. So then I had to switch tact, and I had to go in with a shimmer instead. So the shimmer on this side might be a little duller than the shimmer on this side, but you know what? Your girl finessed it. Yeah, we finessed it. So anyway, next we need to go in with the contour. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe Dimension Effect contour stick. And this is shade 18. I like this. This is what it looks like. I like it. You get lots of products as well. Look at that. Not bad. And I've used this. I've had this about a year actually, so I've used it. So I'm going to wind it down. I'm going to stick my contour when I need my contour to go. So I'm just going to go here. Now what I'm going to do, because I don't have a powder, as I was saying earlier, I don't have what I would consider affordable powder, because I think a powder, if it's going to be affordable, needs to be under 20 quid, and I don't have any that are just under 20 pounds, unfortunately. So I'm just going to do that first. Then we're going to just contour here and on this side. I'm going to just a couple dots here, couple dots here. Cool. So what I'm going to do to set it is I'm actually going to use, I've got these I Love Revolution contour palettes, these tiny ones there. This is what they look like on the inside. So you've got your contour powder, and then you've got a highlight, and this is the medium colour, and then this one is the dark. This is one I've barely used. I think I might use it today though. That's the dark. I love that highlight shade, look at that, it's quite nice. But it is quite deep. So I'm gonna buff this out, and then I think I'm gonna decide. I might use the lighter one to set the outer perimeter of my face, and then unfortunately I'm gonna have to use one of my high-end powders to set my under eye, and it's gonna be Laura Mercier. My bad. I'll do that. Now if you see how easy that was to blend out, this is a fantastic stick. The only thing is I slightly prefer like the Uma one, only because it blends out just a little bit easier, but this, clock me. Clock me. And I think this retails for about £10. Yeah, £10 in the UK. Cool. Okay, so I set my face with my under eyes with the Laura Mercier. Now I'm going to go in with this chocolate contour powder in medium. Now you're probably wondering, why is medium so dark? That's because Revolution made these specifically for the brown girls. So this is why we have multiple shades for us. So I'm just going to go in with this contour powder here. And I'm just going to use that to set. Oh, probably went a bit ham-fisted there. Okay. And this is a dense brush, so that's gonna, we're gonna have to spend a bit of time making that look right. That's okay. Happens, stuff like this happens, and you just need to figure out how to correct it when it does. But it does give quite a nice contrast though. I'm glad I didn't go in with the darker colour now, let's be honest with you. I'm just gonna bring it down, because I did go a bit ham-fisted on this side. Perfect. Excellent. So next we're going to go in with highlighter, and I am going to go in with an absolute favourite of mine, and that's actually Tammy's Revolution one that she did last year. It's called Paradise Glow. Now the one I'm going to go in with is the lighter of the two, which has these shades in it. I'm not sure if you've seen them. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with the Paradise Glow highlighter first. Now this is extremely pigmented, but it's okay, we'll dull it down later. So I'm just going to go in on that side of my cheek. Look at that, such a lovely tone. Oh, now this retails for I think £10. I'm guessing it's roughly about the same in dollars. Revolution tends to keep it quite consistent. Look at that. And I'm just going to go down my nose like I normally would. Just tap it, 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 and then another finger to blend it out. There we go. Just get my top lip. Feeling like doing it today. But yeah, I do love this highlight. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Now this actually does have a blush as well, but I'm not going to use that today because I want to give some variety to the products that I'm using. So we're going to go in next with the Chocolate Marshmallow Truffle from ABH Cosmetics, and she looks like this. I love this. As you can see, it's filthy. I love this palette, and I'm just going to swirl my brush in practically all the colours, and then we will take it from there. So we're just going to go and just line up just a little bit, and then we're going to just dab it on the cheek. Look at that. It's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I'm owing myself. But I want to make it a tiny bit deeper, so I'm just going to go in. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, cool. Do the other side. I love these palettes. They're so good. And I think this is like £7.50 on Beauty Bay. Can't go wrong. Now to bronze, we have options, okay? So last year, I would say a lot of these stores came through for the brown girls. And just in general, I think like we had such a good choice for everybody actually. But let me start first. Morphe extended their range. I think originally they stopped at Phenom, which looks like this, for the Glamour Bronze, which worked fine for me. I quite liked it. But they extended the range, honey. So now we have Leader, we have Supreme, and there, look at that, Supreme says hello and we all say hi. There's also one further shade. I don't have it just because I like, you only have 3, what do you need another one for? But yeah, there's one other shade as well. So like, listen, we've got bronzer choices now. Also, Revolution came out of about 4 or 3 different yeah, they put it through their different brands of powder, and the shade ranges were phenomenal. So I've got to give it to the Affordable guys. They came through. Today I'm going to use, I always use 2 as I say. So I think I'm going to use one of the Revolution ones, and I'm going to use a Morphe one as well. So to start with, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Glow Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer. The outside looks like this. It's quite nice actually. And it's huge actually compared to my head, it's quite big. And the inside looks like this. Also, it smells like pineapples. It's so lovely. And this colour is medium. So I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to take it on the back of my brush. Excellent, happy with that. Next, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Glamour Bronze in Supreme. Now this is the darkest one I have, but you know sometimes you just want that kind of burnt kind of tan look. This will give you that. So I'm going to take the deeper, the bigger fluffy end of my brush, and I'm just going to pat that in. Now the Revolution bronzer that I just used retails for about, I think it's £8, between £8 and £10 anyway. So I'm just going to pop that in. I'm going to go under my chin. And what I said last time, girls, if you're wearing a head tie, push it back. And then push this into your hairline, because otherwise you will get clogged. But it kind of gives you that kind of burnt, like if you look there, it's giving me that kind of burnt kind of look, which I quite like. Sometimes, not all the times, but yeah, you know when you go on holiday and that first few days and you just get a lot of sun, it gives you that kind of burnt look. Okay, on to the next. So to finish my eye look, I'm going to go back in with the Wild Child palette, and I'm going to go in with the Herd to Get colour, which is the kind of warm brown shade. I'm just going to pat her along my waterline. Connect it on the edges. And then when I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in with the Ground Crew shade, which is that kind of burnt terracotta. And I'm going to put that along the edge like I always do. That's the colour we're fading this into. And I'll take it all the way up to meet the other one. Now what I'm going to do next, I'm going to blend these two together. Then I'm going to add the deepest black shade just on the corner. So I'm going to take the brush that I used on my actual eyelid. I'm just going to blend them together like that. There we go. Now I've lost the terracotta a little bit, so I'm going to add a bit more. So I'm going in a bit more firmly with it, so you can see it a lot more there. And then we're going to blend it. There we go. Looks gorgeous. And then for the outer colour, because I want to add a little depth, I'm going to go in with the Feisty shade, which is this dark here. I'm just going to put it, stamp it there to connect the two shades, but also to give a little bit of dimension on the outside. Voila. I'm just going to finish the other eye and we'll be right back. So to line my waterline, I do want to go in with a black because I want to deepen this a little bit. And I'm going to go in with the NYX retractable eyeliner. She looks like this. There we go. I'm just going to come a bit closer. I just want to deepen the waterline, just be a bit dramatic. Like so. I also want to line my top lash line. And to do so, I'm going to go in with the Sacha Cosmetics Liquid Precision eyeliner pen, and it looks like this. I like this. I picked up loads of these when I went to Trinidad in 2019 with my family. So I'm going to see if I can do this on camera. If not, we'll cut to the next scene. See ya. So I'm just going to start by lining, tight lining essentially. On the outside. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little further. Still see you. There you go. Happy that. I'm just about to pop the other eye on. And then we will come back to spray and put on some lippy, and then we'll be done. Now, we're near at the home straight. So what I'm going to do is my lips next. Actually, no, I'm going to set my face first, then do my lips. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Dewy Finish Mist and Fix by Barry M. Now, there was a time when I loved this. I think it's like £5. There was a time when I loved this. It's phenomenal. It's not great for keeping your makeup in place, but it's actually excellent for giving you that kind of dew. So I'm just going to go with that. And while that's drying, I'm going to go in with the Morphe Trendsetter lip liner, and I'm just going to line my lips with that. I've got some workmen outside and they're making a whole heap of noise. And it's like 4 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm surprised. Okay, that. I'm gonna go in with the Intense Matte Lip Velvet from Sacha Cosmetics, and this one is called Half Past Nude. This is one of my absolute favorites. I have been through about 4 bottles of this. It's really bad. Again, I got it when I was in Trinidad. For those who don't know, Sacha Cosmetics actually comes from there. And this was like, I got it at the airport. This was like $3 US. It was cheap. And any time someone is going or coming from there, which hasn't been often of late, I always ask them to get me another one. Because I run through these. It's like my favourite type of nude. It is quite thin, which is probably why I run through it. But it doesn't transfer, it's cheap, and it's pretty. It's like a perfect nude. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to press in the product that we sprayed earlier. There we go. There we go. Okay, and I will be back with the finished look. And here's the final look. She's giving you Run DMC, she's giving you old school. She's giving you soft glam. and it's all affordable. Yeah, I'm happy with this look. I think it came out really well, and I actually quite enjoyed this Wild Child palette actually. Definitely going to use that again. All the other products I've used before, so I know I like those. But yeah, you don't have to spend a ton of money to be able to do this and to have quality products that work. Like for instance, the NYX Born to Glow, I can attest to the fact that it will last at least between 8 to 10 hours depending on your skin type and look flawless the whole time. Yes. Sometimes every day, sometimes affordable. Yes. So if you enjoyed my video, please like, please subscribe, please share if you care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.